Hey guys, this is Flippin' Nerds coming back with you with another band that you obviously can see, and that's Rush. One of my favorite rock bands, and yours too, Nick?
Oh yeah, I agree. Rush is probably like the gold mine when it comes to progressive rock and concept albums. They are literally, I would say, if I can, god tier.
They do have they have a song that's like Led Zeppelin in there, Finding My Way.
Oh, and
They're inspired by Yes, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, all those great
you
bands.
can hear a little bit of Sabbath in there too.
Yeah.
They keep on. It seems like throughout the years they increasingly master their craft and expand different sounds with it. And I feel like every time too, Neil Peart's adding like an extra set of drums to each CD. But it's really cool stuff. Like I feel like the three they have for Rush, Alex Lifton, Geddy Lee, and Neil Peart are
That's a dream band.
Yeah, like. The only thing I feel like they can use is maybe John Lord on piano from Deep Purple, and it would just be crazy.
That would sound weird.
It would. I mean, Geddy's already playing piano, electric piano as he goes, and I think Alex does it too. And then Neil Peart kind of plays piano in his own way with the drums.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. Like I love his drumming. One of my favorite drummers. In fact, he is my favorite drummer.
Yeah.
Yours too?
Everybody's like, Joey Jordison from Slipknot's the best, or, oh, John Bonham, which they're good in their own regards, but they probably look up to him.
Neil Peart, I feel like he is kind of underrated drummer, like, because a lot of people's like, John Bonham, I'm like, he's an amazing drummer, but...
Not Neil Peart.
Neil Peart is so innovative in his music. It sounds like you're in a jungle, or you're dancing to a campfire, or it's like Donkey Kong music. Like, it's crazy.
For crying out loud, he did the National Hockey League's theme song. And that was incredible. But let's get into business. So we're going to discuss some things with you about Rush that we want to discuss to kind of broaden your horizons about the band. First up is we want to talk about how they impact us. So Rush, we grew up hearing a little bit here and there from them throughout the years. However, there's one crucial thing that changed our life, and probably millions of other people around the world too, and that was Rock Band. Tom Saywer from Rock Band 1.
Oh yeah, that was like one of their most popular songs. I feel like that's actually what made Rock Band into a great game was Tom Saywer. I remember that was one of the first songs I played for Rock Band was Tom Saywer, and I was like, what is this band? I didn't even know the band's name for the longest time, and I was just playing random songs. But yes, Tom Saywer was a song that I loved deeply from Rush before exploring them. When I explored them, my favorite song now is Working Man.
Oh yeah.
La Villa?
La Villa is really good as well.
And then it's actually the first song for the playlist, and that's 2112 Overture and Temple of Syrinx. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Probably one of the best openings to an album. Like I feel like, and a lot of things that people don't realize too is that this band, their music has hit globally, and they have celebrated their 40th anniversary tour. But one thing that's really, I feel like, great about them with their albums are their concept albums, and not a lot of people pick up on it. They're telling a gigantic story, kind of like the last Music Monday
with Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, Rush, I feel like, is probably the masters of concept albums. And you could see it reflecting off some of the modern bands like Wolfmother a little bit and Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, they put heavy effort into their album work, describing what their story's gonna be. They're basically, here's a picture of our album, the front side A, and then side B on the back, and basically telling you, like, you know, here's two pictures, listen to the music, and we already have you in the realm of what the story's going to be, or the setting of the story's going to be.
And, like, I feel like there's been bands that have done that in the past, and I can go on. Like, I can bring a list. But I don't think no band is as influential with this as Rush with the concept albums, because it is reflected to modern day.
Yeah, I kind of miss, I know some bands do it today, but I really do miss that album concept art. It's like, oh, it's because they didn't just do music, you know, they did the art, they did actually tell stories within their music, or sometimes they'll have video nowadays. Like right now, you can go and check for 2112 Rush. They have a whole video.
It's like a graphic novel, right?
Yeah, a graphic novel. And some albums actually came out with books. I mean, these artists weren't just musicians. They were writers. Obviously, they wrote the music, but they actually wrote novels for their albums, and they did album concepts. I know we didn't talk or touch too much on that from Blue Oyster Cult, but I mean, they really were passionate musicians in their own work.
Oh yeah, and I mean, on top of that as well, it's like every time you look at a Rush album, front to back, like you're saying, it's just like a book, like 100%. Like, you know, the older novels, how they have like the crazy artwork that may have just one scene in it. You just look at it and you're like, holy crap, what am I getting myself into? And you listen to it, it takes you that.
And sometimes some of them will have thank you notes, or they'll have advertisements from other bands or other albums that they recommend from, you know, themselves.
Yeah. Rush, one thing that we want to talk about as well is 2013, was it, right?
Yeah.
They finally got inducted.
Finally.
They finally got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it was a big deal for the world because...
It took them 35 years.
Yeah, roundabout, yeah.
We're here today. Geddy Lee's ripping bass, his incredible, unmistakable voice, Alex Lifeson's soulful, imaginative, melodic, chaotic guitar solos. And of course, fucking Neil Peart. God, come on! This guy spawned a generation of air drummers for decades to come. With his composition, craft, and technique, his drumming was songwriting. It was just as musical, just as melodic as any other instrument in the band, bringing the drums where they fucking should be to the forefront of every song. But here's the thing about Neil Peart. Not only was he the most fucking ripping drummer in the world, he wrote the fucking lyrics. Who let the fucking drummer write the lyrics? Rush did, baby.
Within their like first 10 years, honestly. But they got it, and like that performance was phenomenal to see. Foo Fighters paid respect to him.
Yeah, which they were heavily influenced by them too.
Yeah, and you know, it's great that this band nowadays are starting to get that push that they deserve. A lot of people are starting to kind of figure out about Rush a little more, but we feel like they needed a whole playlist dedicated to him throughout their discography.
Yeah. At least our own playlist for them. And 5 years later, they retired.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah, Neil Peart, he just wanted to take a break from touring, which can you blame him? Like, seriously, this man wails on drums like it's nothing.
Sometimes I like to think of him as Donkey Kong playing drums.
Just
sometimes
that game from GameCube is based on him.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Bongo. But you know, it's really crazy to think that this band has been together for 40 years, and they finally put the final nail in the coffin with closing down, but they did not dismiss that they will do another studio album, which we're kind of hoping. But with all that being said, we want you guys to enjoy the playlist that we put together. Please enjoy. This is Rush.